We have decided in the Fox 43 kitchen that it is fall. The Olivia's crew is here. We got Chef Yanni, we got Adrienne, we got food, we got drinks, and we've got delicious food coming your way. Chef, what are we making today?
Well, I was reaching in front of you there to get my ground
I'm
beef.
in your way.
Yeah,
this is
no,
your kitchen.
No, please.
I'm just a vessel.
Anywhere you'd like to stand is fine with us, okay? So, in my pot there, I've got a concoction of ground meat, okay? I've got ground beef and I've got ground lamb. Both are going to be delicious. We're going to combine them. The fats are going to come together in such a way. Now, let's talk about lamb for a second. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've eaten your lamb dishes, which are phenomenal.
Excellent. I love lamb. How would you describe it?
I mean, you're Greek because you have to.
It was encoded in my DNA long before I had a say if I liked it or not.
I love it when you make it.
I appreciate that. If I had to describe it, I'd say it's a bit, gamier. That's the word I like.
A little bit.
It's
Is that why you're cutting it down a little more with the ground beef?
Yeah, exactly. That ground beef will add some delicious, familiar fat flavor that you'll be used to. But like I said, and that's a great point, that's exactly why it's going in there, because the lamb is a bit on the gamier side, so then you add that fat from the ground beef, and the whole thing's going to come together quite deliciously. Now, I am going in here. I've just got my shallots, my carrots, and my ground beef, and my ground lamb, like I said. I want to get some browning on here before I add the rest of my seasonings, my herbs, which are going to include some fancy paprika, some cardamom, some brown sugar, some cinnamon stick, and some star anise, and like I said, fresh ground ginger over here. Now, while I'm letting this cook up a little bit, I want to talk about my starch for this dish, which is going to be a basmati rice, okay? Basmati rice. Let's talk about it. It is a long grain rice. Here she is. Now, we must talk about the rules of this rice. You must wash this rice before you go to cook with it. When I say wash, I mean fill it with water just high, and you're going to stick your hands in there, camera one. You got me here? When this was with water, wash it just like this, all the way through. Then dump that water out. You're going to do that 3 times. You'll notice that by the 3rd time you wash your rice, that water will be less white. That is because you are removing all the excess starch from your rice, and that is going to help your rice from sticking. Okay, so let's go in our water here. I got bay leaf, more cardamom, some salt, some allspice, and black peppercorns going right in here. I'm going to use that as seasoning for my basmati. Thanks, Mom. Okay, and now my rice is going in. I'm going to treat this basmati rice just like it's a pasta. I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'm going to keep stirring it around until it's al dente. Okay, and once that point reaches, I will then shock it, and that will be that. Now let's get back to this over here. You'll notice we're getting some rounding. You can already smell that lamb, can't you? That lamb demands to be smelt, and it will be so. Okay, so I want to get this pretty much. You see how we're getting some browning on our meat? That's exactly what we want. We're getting all the we're cooking our shallots and our carrots. Now we're going to add our seasonings in this bad boy. Okay, so like I said, fresh ginger. Jackie said it's a fall dish, and she's exactly right. These herbs are coming together in such a fall way, okay? So my ginger's in here. I want to incorporate that because it's fresh. Now let's talk dry seasonings, okay? Like I said, fancy paprika, cinnamon stick, star anise. I got allspice, brown sugar, and cardamom, all right? We're going a bit, to the east with this dish, especially with that basmati rice. Here you go, Mom, I'll give you that. Okay, so I'm going to stir this around.
And we got more.
Already?
It's all coming together. Like I said, this is truly getting all of the fall vibes as he adds the tomato. We got way more coming in the Fox 43 kitchen. And I got to say, I got a sneak peek of what the drink is. And usually we like to hold off on it for a little bit. But Dre, you just got to tell us what it is today.
It's a Dubai Chocolate Martini. Got some inspiration from this guy.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited. We have so much more coming from the Fox 43 kitchen. Make sure you stay with us. We're going to be fed, and it's going to be tasty.